out, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I cried. Shout out South Street and shout classic. You really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up. Baby, you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up. Baby,
today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Taking on Cam Newton and the Indianapolis Colts.
It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. Trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58. We are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects. In order to get it done, and that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football, but in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Looking for Allen, he's got him on the slam. It'll be a pickup of of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Herbert now on second down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Play action. It's Herbert. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling from the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from there.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile, that's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
Now Newton on first down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you won't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This is fielded at the 27. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. That one complete to Joe Reed. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Reed, 75 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, 75 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
LA readies for its next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
The 24-yard line.
On second down, it's Jackson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On second down now, it's Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Justin Jackson. Incomplete.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the 50, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. He completes this one to Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll roll it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 44. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Herbert operating from the red zone. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Chargers 13.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And 14.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. We'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. From the gun, Herbert. Campbell making the catch. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the...
Hey. What happened, Madison? know your mother rolling her eyes. But I still don't even have Sage yet. Yeah, her friend's still over there. She might stay another night there, and I might get her tomorrow. Right. And she may not she wanna stay in her new room and all of that. So she just done forgot about old me. I'm old news. She don't care. See how daughters be doing their fathers? Nah, I understand though. I mean, she wanna be in her new little space, so I'm not tripping. So I'm not tripping. Now, that did happen a lot where she would always be like, I want to come over there, I want to be at Daddy's house. So, but yeah, I'm not worried. I mean, I'm not worried at all. I don't mind. So, I'm going to get her tomorrow though, because her mama got something going on just tomorrow afternoon. But if she want to go back, then she can go back. I'm fine with that. I don't care. Oh, about them I told your mama to go up there and use her little clinical therapy skills. Man, you hear people arguing like that. You hear people arguing like that, like on the street, like on Old H Street. I thought that, you know, people argue. I'm like, okay, they're going to argue for about an hour. I'm going to give them their space and their time. That joint went from like 10:30 to 11:30 to 12:30. Before you know it, it's 4:30. I'm like, and I slept, but I kept waking up. They kept waking me up. I slept, but it was interesting. I was being nosy too. I was being nosy. Right.
First half.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, it was.
37-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away.
Yeah.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good.
It was a lot
to
of
the
argument.
right, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have them later.
Yeah, we're in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we come upon halftime.
No, it was funny because I didn't think they would have any out here, but I called. It was like, yeah, we got halftime. Then we went up there, had all, you know.
All right, Brandon, thanks.
And I like, I figured out everybody would. I didn't even suggest that y'all should call in D.C. So I just figured everybody would.
We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But
yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
You started in my room?
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Oh, yeah.
Down, but able to slip across the
Only thing that the earpod thing don't work. But I'm like, everything else works, so I didn't even send it back.
This game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
It's only about, it was only like $20-something, so I got a cheap one.
And the tip there altered the ball.
I still got 2 charges.
Complete, it'll be second down.
Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, thank you.
Out of the game,
all right.
There's a give to Mack. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks him. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off at the 17. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Newton. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. They'll run it with Mack, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Colts are able to grow their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll throw from the gun. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert on 1st down now. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 24. There he goes, right side. They will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Set to kick off.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You have the first one for the second one to even matter.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And right side, Hitler's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, Justin Herbert will get that complete to Reed. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field.
Second and 10. Herbert throwing again. Got it out on the left side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. The Chargers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
Partner, we always talk about possession. Being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On the deep ball. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete here.
Newton's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third.
The Colts on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 15. 1:56 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. 33 yards that time. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. Not much there, only a yard. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop this down to Jackson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that may put a period on this AFC Championship game. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So, Charles, so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
They should. Well, I guess they should. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's no problem. It's not that difficult. Why you don't want to put the sage together, Dominique? I said sage. Cage. Well, it's not, yeah. Hey, I don't mind helping. Alright. What pet smart y'all going to? The one out here? Oh, really? Oh, okay. I know your mother's so tired to drive it. Yeah, you can't really drive. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind helping. I need to make me something to eat, actually, right now. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fold. Alright, just let me know. Keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go. Y'all gonna bring the cage over here after you get it? Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. That don't sound like that, Dominique. I know. She slept more than I did. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? Right. The bad news is you spent more. She can take a nap while we put the cage together. So, but yeah, just let me know. I'll be here. Alright. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage. The mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement. Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb, came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes, faster than the speeding bullet. What you gonna do? She don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. This is the last opportunity to re-sign your players or they'll become free agents. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'm gonna do. For the evening, what you tryna do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you're missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback now. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack now. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Go ahead, give me
City talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down front. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. What you know about me? You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMP. Go and get yourself this thing. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Gonna tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down front. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat groceries. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I
met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I